In today's Skool tutorial, I'm gonna walk you through step by step how to set up your very first community on Skool. We'll cover how to customize your group, structure your community posts, add your first course, schedule live events, manage your members, and even use Skool's built-in gamification system to boost your engagement. To get started, head over to the link down below and create your first Skool community. Let's dive in. Once you've just signed up to your Skool account, it'll ask you to create your first community, and it's going to give you options to name the community, upload your logo, and all that stuff. But in case you haven't done that and you already have a Skool account, you can just go to your user menu and click on create a community from this option right here. So from here, you can just click on create your community, add a group name, add your payment method, and you're good to go. And once you've created your community, it'll take you back to this exact page where you could actually start posting something if you want to. But before that, there are several other things that we want to make sure to, just to give your community kind of a good vibe or aesthetic before you start inviting members. So over here, Skool already gives you kind of the basic startup guide on setting up your group. Invite 3 people, I think we'll do that later, but for now, let's add a group description and set our cover image. So just click on add group description, and from here you could actually add an icon. Let's do that right now. Maybe choose just this icon. There you go. It's a dinosaur. All right, and now we've added an icon. Let's go ahead and add a cover as well. Maybe we'll choose this cover. All right, so now that we've added an icon and a cover, next thing that we're going to add is a group description. All right, I think that's great. The next thing that we can do is you could actually change your URL with a custom URL. So if you click on that, it'll give you an option to add a custom URL or basically change the slug for your community. So we'll leave it as that for now. And below that, you also have the option to change the privacy settings for your community. So you could either go private or public. So we'll leave it as private for now and close out of it. And now that we've added the group description and also set a cover image, the next thing that you want to do, or you would want to do, is maybe add your first post. In this first post, we're going to pin this just so that everyone sees this right at the top when they actually get invited into the community. So since this is our first post, you could do what I did earlier, which is type in your first post, or it'll give you fun ideas to start off your community. So I chose this one, introduce yourself or share a pic of your workspace. I think that's a really great, fun initial post. So once you've created your first post, there are several other things that you can add to this. You can add an attachment, add a link, or even a video, maybe from YouTube or wherever. You can have a poll or maybe add emojis or GIFs. And over here, this is a drop down that'll let you select kind of what category or what topic this post is going to fall into. Now in the settings menu later on, there's going to be an option to add more or edit the existing categories, but for now we'll stick with general discussion. And over here, as you can see, there's an option to email a notification to all the members that you just posted something. So if you want to do that, you can turn that on, but for now we'll leave it as it is and hit post. All right, so now that we've posted it, it'll show you what exactly your post looks like. It has your name, the post, and like I mentioned earlier, Skool does have a gamification leaderboard, so they have the option to like or to comment on your post. Also, if you click on the option right here, you have the option to edit, copy link, change category, pin to feed or course page, turn off commenting, or even if this was someone else's post, you can report it to admins. So for now, I'm just gonna go and select pin to feed so that this is at the very top of the community when someone opens up this group. So now that it's pinned, let's close out of it and maybe hide that for now. So there you have it. We have created our very first post in our community, in our Skool learning group. Next thing that we're going to talk about is the classroom. So if you click on the classroom tab right here, this is essentially where you can show all of the courses that you have. So if, for example, you want to have or offer courses to your community members, this is where you create them. So just go onto the classroom tab right here, click on new course, and from here it'll show you the options to add a course name, description, and kind of the access restrictions. So you can have an open course, a level unlock course. So if they reach a certain level, they can unlock the course automatically. It
could be a buy now course or a paid course, a time unlock course. So meaning if the member has been here for X amount of days, they automatically get access to this course. Or you can set it to private, where the people or the members that you have pre-selected will be the only ones to have access to this course. So for this one, let's just add a course name and a description, and maybe add a cover image as well, just to make this more look better. All right, so now that we've added all of that, I'm gonna leave it to open and set it to publish, and then click on add. So there you have it. Your first course is created, which is course 1. And from here, this is how you can actually modify and add the course content. So the lessons here are called pages. So basically, the first page would have already been created. To edit this, you just have to click on the pencil icon right here and change the name. So that is the title of the page. And if you go down over here, you can actually add. So this is the content of the course. You have the formatting options right here, the headings, other formatting options, lists, and all that. You could also embed images, links, or add a separator, or even add a YouTube video. So if you add a video here, it'll appear at the very top of the course. Now, aside from that, you also have an option to add a resource link. So meaning an outside resource in conjunction with this page or lesson, or even a file, add a transcript, or pin a community post directly on this course. So you have those options available to you, but I think we're happy with this for now, and just click on save. And once that's saved, that is your first lesson, and that's the course content. If you want to add more lessons or more pages, just click on this and click on add page, and you can see a new page will be created below that. Now, if you also want to create a course that has specific sections within it, in here it's called a folder. So just click on add folder, and then we're going to name that, and it's going to be created below the previous lessons that you created. So this is section 1, for example, and if you want to add a page or lesson to this section, just click on this option right here and click on add page in folder, and there you have it. It will be the new page that you created will be inside the section or the folder that you created. And same with earlier, you can edit that by just clicking on the pencil icon right here. Now, if we close out of it, just click on the classroom tab again, you'll see that our course would have already been created right here. So if you click on that, it'll show you the contents of the course. If you want to edit the settings of this course, just click on this option right here and click on edit course, and then you can change the description, name, cover, or even the access settings. So just leave that for now. So now that we've talked about the community and the classroom and courses, next thing is the calendar. Now, this is pretty easy. This is basically if you want to set up events with your community members, this is where you can do that. Just click on the calendar tab, and if you haven't created an event yet, it'll show you one of these kind of pre-made fun formats. So let's maybe start a happy hour as our first event. So if you click on that, same thing, if you click on add event, you'll be asked to add a title, date and time. So we're just going to select maybe 4 p.m. time zone, and then it'll ask you if it's a recurring event, if it's a one-time or recurring event, and then the location. So you have the option for Zoom, Google Meet, a physical address, or even another external link, and you can place that here. You can add a description, add a cover photo, and add the option on who can attend this event. So it's either all members at a certain level in the leaderboard, or members that are added in a specific course. So you have those 3 options when selecting who can attend this event. It also gives you a reminder option if you want to get reminded by email 1 day before the event. So if we click on add, there you go. So it's automatically added to the calendar for today, June 4th. Now, if we click on this, you can also see all the details available for that event, or if you want to edit that, there's a pencil icon here that you can click to edit it. And let's go back. You could also add this to your calendar if you have a Google Calendar, Outlook, Apple, etc. Just click on that one button right there and select the platform that you're using. Now, since this is a calendar view, you can also have this as a list view simply by clicking this button right here, and then there you go. You'll see all of your events listed in a list view and not in a calendar view. So now that we've talked about all of that, including adding new events, the next thing that we're going to talk about is managing your members. So to manage your members, just click on the members tab right here, and it'll show you all of the members within your community or your group. So I have myself here because I haven't invited any members yet, but you have the options to filter this out. If, for example, you have a lot of members and you just want to see members that are canceling, churn, banned, etc., you can filter that out, or filter it even further by clicking on this filter button right here, export the list of members, or maybe invite new ones by clicking on this button right here. You'll have a share link that's specific to you, so Skool will know that you are the one who invited that member and will reward you accordingly. And aside from that, you can also manually input the email address and send them an invite to your Skool group. All right, so now that we've talked about all the necessary parts of your Skool group, the next thing that I want to talk about is the leaderboard. As for the leaderboard, as I mentioned earlier, Skool does have some gamification options. So for every post that you create and someone likes it or comments on it, you will be rewarded 1 point for each of those. So this kind of incentivizes people to create high quality content that is engaging to their audience or community members. As the admin, if you actually want to change the name of these levels, just click on this gear icon right here and you can change the name of level 1 up until level 9. And if you want to see how many members are in each level, that's right there. You can see that, and if you click on that, it'll take you to the list of the members that are on that specific level. Also, it'll show you a leaderboard for 7-day, 30-day, or all time if you want to check that out. And yeah, finally, the about section. We've already talked about this, but most importantly, from here, you can click on the settings menu so that you can find the settings for your group. And now from here, you have a dashboard where you can see the metrics for your group. The invite menu, we've already talked about this. The general menu is actually the one that we've discussed earlier, that you could add the name and description. Payouts, on the other hand, are the information about the amount of money that you've earned from your community. And pricing is where you can set different tiered pricing for your community and members. So for example, if you're offering a course that is paid, then here is where you can add that pricing option. So right now we just have one pricing option, which is free and it'll show you how many members are on that option. But if you want to add a price, just click on add price, add the amount, and it'll give you an option to have a monthly only, or monthly and annual only, or a one-time payment option. And you also have the option to give a members a 7-day free trial if you want to. Next is the affiliate. So you can reward members by referring people to your community. You can set the affiliate percentage right here. Also, plugins are kind of integrations that work with Skool, and you can select multiple plugins and set them up individually. Next is the tabs. So this is where you can control the tabs that are shown at the top. So you either have classroom, calendar, map, and over here are the categories. So as I mentioned earlier when we were creating posts, this is where you can create new categories. So if someone will make a post and have to select a category, this is where you can add new categories. So just name it as maybe announcements for this one, and you can have the option to just have members and admins can post to this category or just admins, and the default sorting option for that category. So maybe just have admins and click that. So there you go. So whenever someone adds a post, especially an admin, they now have the option to use either general discussion or announcements. After that are the rules. So these are kind of the guidelines for discussion. Whenever someone joins the community, these are the rules that are going to be shown to them. And then over here at metrics, this is where you can see all the metrics of your community in much more detail.
And that's it. That's your full beginner setup. You now know how to create a group, structure your classroom, organize posts, add events, manage members, and even use Skool's built-in gamification to keep your space alive. Again, if you're ready to build your own Skool community, build your courses, plan your events, check out the link in the description below to get started with your own Skool group. See you on the next one.